Whoa, now welcome back to the dirty sector. It's your boy, Mr. B. All right, we're finna slide to the other side of the continent. We're finna slide over here to Kenya. I'm finna see what's up going on with all these innocent people dying, putting their trust in these pastors, man. Let's check it out. All right, so I'm strolling the news this morning, and I happen to see 300 people that died because they put their trust in their preacher, and their preacher told them to starve themselves to death so they can meet Jesus faster. And that just didn't even sit right with my spirit. So, man, we're gonna try to bog it down and see what the hell going on. There's two pastors in particular, Pastor Ezekiel and Pastor McKenzie. On the screen right now, that's Pastor McKenzie. And they just locked him up for some stuff he's been doing for the last 10 plus years and almost getting away with it. Might try to get away with it this time, but we're going to try to do our due diligence and put out this good energy toward the earth. You know what I'm saying? It's going to reciprocate back. All right, the first item on the docket is Mr. Pastor McKenzie out of Kilifi County, Kenya. And he is over the Good News International Ministries. And for some odd reason, he has instructed his flock to starve themselves so they can hurry up and die. And the faster they die, the faster they can meet Jesus. And the ending result of that is over 400 people is dead and over 600 is missing. I can guarantee y'all one thing. I bet he ain't starving. I bet he ain't dead. That man had 800 acres and had all them people living with no electricity, no water, and makeshift houses. Man, you can only imagine the atrocities that went down out there. But you ain't got to imagine them because we talking about them now. And you already know they cooked the numbers, so they say 400, but you always got to add an extra zero or multiply. So it's really probably like 800. And like over probably 1,000 people missing because apparently he been doing this for over a decade. And now it's just so blatantly that he basically getting away with it because on the cool, the same thing happened like in 2017, and they had to come get like almost 100 children off his property, and like 6, 7 of them died, and some of them ended up missing this and that, and he's still out in the back. Now it's 400. Now it's 400 plus people dead, and people out there in Kenya mad. Then was the crazy part. Most of them were kids, man. He had a system I read said the kids go first, then the women, then the men, and then him. Like, man, boy, rigging to death. Look at him. Look like he up to something nefarious already. Oh, yeah, I definitely wouldn't trust him, especially that boy in the black over there. A little backdrop on Mr. McKenzie. I ain't calling him the pastor no more. So apparently, in 2003, that's when he founded the Good News International Ministries. He had him a nice little flock then, but mostly he fooled his followers because he made them think that he had a direct line to the Most High. And he was very anti-Western. He didn't want his people to have no health care. The kids couldn't even go to school. He won't have nothing to do with the Western life. He ain't like Catholic churches or nothing. And then he preached out of a book that it's something like the Willie Lynch book, ain't that what they call it? It was a book like that. A man named, we're gonna get to a little bit about him later on too, Mr. William Braham. He basically preached hate in 2017. Mr. McKenzie and his wife ended up facing several charges because of the church. Because the neighborhood, people in the neighborhood didn't like how he was chastising the kids because they wanted to go to school, but he was calling all that ungodly, and then denying them medical care. And because of that, several kids ended up dying. So the government had to come step in. And they took almost 100 kids off the property. And after that, I don't know, I guess he said he was fed up. So he got the rest of his congregation, bought 800 acres somehow, and took everybody off the grid. Fast forward to April 2023, and over 400 members of his congregation dug in shallow graves and thrown in pits and burnt up on his property. Mostly kids, women, And this was going on for a very long time. Because you got to understand this. They developed, but it's a lot of communities that just do their own thing. And out them communities, man, they say it's like over 1,000 people missing. Kids, old people. All right, understand this. The religion that they accustomed to out there, oh, it's sacrifices, all type of ill stuff. Then the crazy part about it, like, it's one of the biggest religions out there. Like, later on in the video, you'll see, but it's so popular that the president of Africa, his wife is like a top tier person, like on the chairman board out there. So we just barely scratching the surface, but we finna tickle around a little bit, see what's going on. Pause that. Yeah, look at him. Especially that one on the end over there. I wouldn't trust that boy with a pocket full of rocks. And these some dangerous guys. These was known as his death squads. Like he'll send, I don't know, but probably it wasn't necessarily in it, but he'll send his cronies to kill all the women and the kids because we're gonna find out later in the episode that they were on. It was rumors that they was harvesting their organs. Cause you gotta think about it. Why would he blatantly want 400 people to die? Other than that, what else could it be? The money. It's all about the money, man. That's all it's ever been about. That's all it's gonna ever be about. He's some evil dudes, man. But the word evil though, I guess, but God, dog. We finna go over some of the atrocities, man. It's just that nigga at the end. I know a nigga like him. Man, bitch ass nigga. Excuse my own language. All right, I don't know if you can kind of read this or not, but I'm gonna go over the last paragraph. 133 deaths were reported as of 10 May 2023, including 8 who were rescued but later died. The majority of deaths were children, with women being the next largest group, according to Hindiki. He additionally stated that not all deaths were starvation, saying that there were other methods used, including hurting them just by physical and preliminary observations. Autopsies conducted on more than 100 bodies show that the victims died of starvation, strangulation, suffocation, and blunt force trauma. The Kenyan Red Cross reported on the 30th of April that 410 individuals, including 227 minors, were missing. As of the 19th of July, the total number of reported deaths was at 425. And the number of those reported missing was at least 613. So you already know we got to cook the numbers. So I ain't gonna say add a zero at the end of that 425, but we're gonna double that. So it's more than about 800 people dead and over 1,000 missing. That's a fact. As of the 15th of June, 95 had been rescued. On the 25th of May, now check this out. This is our 2023 now. On the 25th of May, local news outlet noted that the exact number of people who perished in the massacre might never be known because there are instances where the bodies were plunged in random deep pit latrines scattered in the expansive Chakama Ranch where the cult leader Paul McKenzie led an unknown number of his followers. Man. If it's evil in the world, then it got to be good somewhere. Yeah, look at them now. And you already know out there, they justice is way different than the United States justice. Oh yeah, then so I think they arrested like 32 people in his organization, including his third wife. And guess what happened to the first and the second wife? Yup. Out there somewhere dug in the ground. Yeah, man, them people murdered this man's whole family.
Bibi akaniambia amepata kanisa ambao wanaona hiyo kanisa ndio ambao itampeleka mbinguni. Sema kwenda shule ni mbaya, hospitali ni mbaya. Nikamwambia hiyo kitu haiwezekani. Wewe mwenyewe ulisoma.
Yeah, to flip the page on that boy. Look at him now. It's like he's trying to bargain. But don't let him fool you though, man. You finna see these are millionaires. That's what's crazy. Like these are actually multi-millionaires. Man, doing the most wickedest stuff, man. I'm talking about them people that have nobody to help them. They just come in their village and take whatever they want under false promises.
Na wakati aligonjeka na akawa hataki kwenda hospitali kwa sababu anasema imani yake yeye inamwambia kwamba asiende hospitali.
Now you got to think about this. 400 is a lot anywhere. These are actual 400 human beings. Okay, so let's go over what he believed in, what he taught, what is his teachings. He a pastor. What was he teaching the flock? I mean, not the flock. His congregation. Well, I'm reading verbatim. Nah, I using big words. He mostly promoted something they call serpent seed teachings. And there is a complex, inherently racist and white supremacist line of Christian theology originating in the Pentecostal revival as well as the British Israelism, and being developed to its most clearly racist form in the tradition of Christian ideology. Serpent seed is often asserted as descended from Wesley Swift's Christian ideology, identity theology. I can imagine what's in that book. Thought that it is not exactly the case. Really, the serpent seed ideology is the predecessor of the dual seed rhetoric, which informs Christian identity. Though not all adherents are aware of its racial origins, the leaders still implement the teaching in such a way that it prevents racial mixing and enforces racial segregation. Yeah, I bet not get you whistling in a white girl. Yeah, this that Mr. William M. Branham dude. Oh yeah, he look like you break an egg, he gonna put about 4 lashes on your back. Yeah, look at this dude. This that McKinney dude. He look like a old psychopath murderer type low. We are about to win the battle. Let no one turn back. The journey is about to be accomplished. Yeah, I call about 5, 6 subliminals through them 3 sentences. Yeah, that's an ill dude right there. This bundle of joy right here is his third wife, and her name is Rhonda Moonbuya Mawu. And her and 16 other members of the group were arrested the 7th of May, 2023, and she was denied bail. The total number arrested since June 14th, 2023 is 36. And they have all been charged with murder and terrorism-related offenses. Remember what I said earlier in the video that he had some stuff like this happen in 2017? And the reason I guess everybody down there so frustrated because it's like he was able to move with impunity. And like people knowing what's going on, but the higher ups ain't doing nothing. And remember what I said about the president's wife, President of Africa wife. She's like a big donor slash heavy influencer in the religion game on that side of the continent. So go back real quick. Yeah, look at him. Remember I told you it was there was 2 of them. We ain't got on his homeboy yet. See, his homeboy the dude with the money and the power. I think he just ranked under him, but we finna get to Pastor Ezekiel. Hey, he wicked too. Yeah, look at him though. Yeah, you already know the justice out there gonna suck. Hey, did all that evil come back on you now, huh? You deserve that and more, homie. Yeah, let me just put that right there, evil motherfucker. All right, a little more backdrop on this dude. GNIM was founded in 03. Started as a small church. Before that, he was a taxi cab driver in Nairobi. Charged 4 times, sermons, not lacking evidence. Church began to prosper. He moved it on and got a bigger following. 2016, according to unconfirmed reports, a member of the group sold her property on the island of Lamu for $20 million, or whatever it translates to their money, and just gave it to him. So she sold it for all that money, just give it to you. The preacher allegedly used this money to purchase property, cars, television station. Man bought a television station. Damn. This move by certain followers convinced several other members to follow suit, as he had their money. I think I read somewhere. Oh, there you go. All right. After I think like the woman that sold it to him, she ended up committing suicide. So y'all know what happened with that. She just shot herself in the. I don't know. I don't know how the hell people see it. But she just magically shot herself in the back of the head. That was. These are a few of the people that trusted him with their life, and they was ended up found in shallow graves on his property. And that was just the ones they got pictures of. They look like they come from some good, healthy families. So it really don't even matter if you poor or broke. No. Another one of his victims is an air hostess, Miss Betty. Quit her job, sold her land, donated it all to that dude. After his arrest, social media users went back on a previous case, which was abandoned 9 years ago. The man been doing this over a decade. Golly. They say it was so many mass graves, they couldn't dig them up no more. They just had to put the stuff around. Oh, yeah, here go the other dude now. Second suspect. That's the one with the money and the power. Pastor Ezekiel. New Life Church. A televangelist. I know how they get down. Oh, he gets down. Check him out. Oh, he rocks the crowd. Talking about it. Look at that. What? Man, boy, like a damn national treasure out there, boy. Check him out. Nothing but black people, nothing but unity. Yeah, Pastor Ezekiel, though. Got a dark side. And that boy on YouTube, what's up? Check him out, though, man. Rich, man. Check him out. Multi-million-dollar church resort. Man got like 6 buildings in one. That's his church. Hey, get your money, young man. Just doing it the wrong way, bro. Ain't nobody got to die.
Mama, where do you come from?
I come from
China. Where? China. Kajiado.
Yes, Kitengela.
Is this yours?
I've been sick. Spine surgery, 3 of them.
Spine surgery, 3 of them.
My spine is in a cage. I have over 48 metals in my body.
And today you've just run.
I'm not in pain. I'm not in pain.
Let us run, Mama. Let us run, Mama. Shout hallelujah!
Now I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I'm going to bet that she was a paid actor.
Spine. It's in a cage.
This is your bone.
My spine.
This is your spine.
I've had 3 spinal
Okay.
surgeries. That's my spine. It's in a cage. Those are metals.
The red spots are metals.
Yeah, and the white ones.
These are metals.
Yes.
But now you can walk and run.
Yes.
Oh, he kept it mad hard. Ain't no way you got that many screws in your back and neck. And you ain't finna run nowhere. I call Cap.
My calling is for women.
Where do you preach?
I have a ministry. I co-work with churches for women.
You have churches.
No, I co-work with churches to minister to women. Thank you, sir.
Go help people in Jesus' name.
Reverend Leon Lenny Love. I'm a bad Pastor Ezekiel. Hey, check him out. Boy rocking them crowds though. I ain't mad at him, but he an evil dude too. He got some murders under his belt also. You can see. Hey, you can fool. You can fool half of the people half the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Pastor Ezekiel. Hey, why can't the pastor have a nice house? $500 million house. Why can't the pastor have a nice car? My man like a house like an embassy. Check him out. Why can't the pastor have a helipad on top of the roof? Hey, get your money up then. Oh, you thought that was my church? Nah, that's my house. They walk outside the gate. Check them out. But what goes up, gonna eventually come right back down. Look at him. Like he look like he's shamed now. Yeah, man. And then you already know we gotta cook the numbers. So with him, we're gonna add a zero and multiply. So he probably, I ain't gonna put all that on him, but he's times 10 that I can guarantee that. Look at him. No. Shit, Pastor balling though. Can't take that money to hell with your boy. All right, so his reasoning was that it was 15 bodies on his person because when the people, he has a policy, but when they're very sick and they want to come for prayer, they must have a relative with them. Now, this is the most important part now. If there is no relative with the sick old person, then they cannot be admitted for prayer. So once these people die, the persons accompanying them must report the death to their nearest police station. We ain't got nothing to do with that. All right, so these 15 bodies on person, I say I'm a multi-millionaire now. We got nothing to do with that. But that's what it's looking like right now. Investigated for murder, aiding suicide, abduction, radicalization, genocide, crimes against humanity, child cruelty, fraud, money laundering, and being an accessory to crimes. That's a hell of a rap sheet right there. And that boy said he got 2 lawyers. Well, I don't think 2 lawyers gonna get you out of this one today, homie. Boy, look sick. See, be that power and that greed get to them boys. Them boys get doing evil. They've been doing it for so long, getting away with it for so long. Everybody know everybody up in the house, but ain't nobody with all that, man. People dead over here, 400 dead over there. Man. But, see, what it is, he done got mixed up with what old boy name over there, Mr. McKinney. And see, Mr. McKinney money ain't long like his, so, cause I think like about 2 weeks after he went to jail, cause they this happened like 2 months ago, that photo. But yeah, he back out on the trail, still rocking them crowds. But your boy McKinney, he's still in there. Yeah, they gonna make an example like that boy. Man, the dude was so evil. He hired armed gangs to kill his followers who begged out of starving or took too long to die. Man, like a catch-22, man. So you gonna kill me if I don't die, but I'm gonna die because I ain't eating. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah, look at him now. I bet he regretting all them decisions he made. Yeah, I bet you he. I don't know though. Don't tell how them laws work out there, in Kenya. Man, got out once before back in the day on some. Well, it went this severe though. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get out of here. It's the first two YouTube videos. So my motto is, I don't give a fuck if you like, comment, or subscribe. Fuck with your boy.